Okay, I don't even know what to say about the ending of this volume. Volume 10 of Attack on Titan. Well, I guess I can tell the difference between Reiner and other characters now. Wow. Okay, so even more mystery is going on in Attack on Titan, and I feel like this is the type of series now that is just going to thrive off of its sense of not really knowing what's going on, or at least that's what I'm getting out of it, which is okay because I read other series like that, like Gantz, that definitely, you know, has its influence being what makes it exciting is that you have no idea what the hell is going on, and Attack on Titan leads you in with this premise thinking that, like, you understand what the world and what's happening, and then it just keeps throwing shit at you where it's like, okay, I guess we're gonna do this now. I mean that in the best way possible, of course. Because I was going to start this review by praising Reiner for being a badass at the tower while all the Titans are attacking. You know, they're held up in this tower with a couple of other characters, and a lot of important events happen here, but Reiner's this guy, you know, he's like trying to face through his bravery, and he's holding off the Titan from coming up from the staircase of the door, and all of this, you know, it's this really kind of intense, scary moment when later on, at the end of the volume, you realize that Reiner has actually been part of this Titan thing all along, and you kind of wonder, and it's not really stated too explicitly, so I'm not sure if this is the case or not, but so Reiner and Bertold was the other character, yeah, so they're actually Titans. They are actually, Reiner is the Armored Titan, and Bertold was the Colossal Titan, so that throws my theory out the window of the Colossal Titan being Aaron's father or some other character like that. I was expecting it to be a more kind of prominent character than Bertold, which I don't really know much about. I mean, I know he's been around, but I don't really know much about him going on in the series up until this point, so yeah, so he is the Colossal Titan, so that's very interesting. So these characters have been infiltrating the Survey Corps for the last 3 years, I think it says in the manga, where they have basically just been undercover waiting for some kind of, I guess, cue or command from whoever their higher-ups are, whether or not that's the Furry Titan. I know people don't like me calling him that, the Furry Titan. It's the Beast Titan, I guess. I was corrected, but I'm sorry, he's furry. Like, that was my first thing to go to. I don't know why. I just started thinking about furries, you know, as we often do in life. We think about furries and then Titan, and then, I don't know, something like that. Anyways, so I guess they might have some kind of relation with him. He might be some sort of leader in some way. He is able to speak in his Titan form. I'm assuming that Reiner and Bertold will also be able to speak in their Titan form, because there was another character here, which I'll get to that. I thought that was going to be the prime thing to talk about in the volume, was the Ymir story, but that last chapter just blew the roof off of everything. So I don't know if it's because, you know, while in their human forms and while doing what they're doing, if they've kind of like grown a detachment from their original mission. Because Reiner says to Eren, when they're up on top of the wall, Reiner says to Eren that our goal was to wipe out humanity, but there's no need to do that anymore. So I don't understand what that is supposed to mean. If their goal is to wipe out humanity, wouldn't they have just stayed in their Titan forms from the start? What is the point of the infiltration? Is the infiltration just to get more people who are Titans you know, into the kind of like politics of the world of mankind? But then again, I don't understand what kind of point that would entail. Like, why even do that? Why not just, if the Titans are just so much more powerful than the humans, what is the point of the infiltration other than to gather information about something? Maybe just gathering information about the Survey Corps themselves. But then you had the Furry Beast Titan, who didn't really seem to know what their weapons were, where he took that one character, I can't remember the character's name, I'm sorry, off the top of my head, but he saw the characters, you know, the blades and kind of like the steam weapons that they have and whatnot, and he took that as if he didn't know, or at least he didn't know how it worked. And so I don't understand why that information wouldn't have gotten relayed to him in some way if Reiner and Bertold were Titans all along. So were Reiner and Bertold, were they kind of forced into it, and then they decided that maybe they wanted to work on the human side for a while? I don't know if that's a factor, or if just kind of the being indoctrinated into that human world maybe made them forget a little bit in some way what their original mission was. But since Reiner says that our goal was to wipe out humanity, and that there's no need to do that anymore. Is that saying that the Titans now have some sort of different plan? Whoever the higher ups are, the Beast Titan, or whoever else is in charge of everything, has found a different thing that they want to do with mankind, and what could that be? I don't know. So there's a lot of questions that this brings up as far as what the Titans' intents are that I just don't understand. I don't understand what would be the point of the infiltration. Other than gather information, which it seems like what information could they have gotten that would be useful to the Titans, because the Titans are so much more powerful than the humans. So I don't understand what that is about, and I guess I will figure that out moving forward. So besides that, we also get the reveal that Ymir is also a Titan, and that she was hiding this. There's a backstory with Ymir and a character named Krista. And Krista is the one who is connected to the kind of religion. I don't know if is there a name for the religion in Attack on Titan, but there's some sort of conspiracy theory that within this religion, within like the higher ups of this church group, they were aware that that Titans are inside the walls, and that it's been this kind of like secret for a very long time. Now maybe the church religion, clergy has something to do with the Titans themselves. Perhaps they're the ones, connected to sending it on a mission. I don't really know. A lot of questions, like I said. But Ymir is also a Titan, and I guess, and Krista is the one that's connected to the religion. So I don't understand that connection either. But Krista's like this illegitimate heir. So they, had her change her name and kind of like disregarded her, and that's why she wasn't with the church, and that's why the one priest, I guess, in the last volume was like, well, there's this other person that's technically not part of us, so they might be able to tell you what's going on. They're not betrothed to, that's the wrong word, they're not committed to keeping the information a secret. So if Krista knows, I don't know, it doesn't seem like she would be a character that would know, but maybe she does. She is a character that wanted to die a heroic death, but really it was just fulfilling a death wish. And I thought this was really interesting too. And Ymir even says to her, don't use their deaths as an excuse to commit suicide. Whereas Krista, she wants, you're in this horrible world and whatnot, and what better way to go out of it while going out a hero, or dying for somebody else, or dying with somebody else. Then there's the flashback of them taking the wounded soldier, and Krista offers to stay behind with him and die with him, and Ymir calls her out right away, saying that, like, I can see that you just want to die. You're not actually interested in saving him and trying your hardest, putting every effort of your energy into getting him to safety. You're kind of accepting the fact that you would die here, and then everyone would know that, oh, she died trying to save him. So it's a way to fulfill one's own death wish. And I think this was really profound, because this happens a lot in life. And even a lot of times in our own lives, we might think that, like, how great would it be to, like, heroically going out saving somebody, Then everyone would remember you, and you would die as that person who saved all these lives, or that person that fought to the very end, and, a noble kind of heroic death. But really, it's kind of still a sick desire to die, despite it being heroic, and it's like, for what reason are you doing it? Are you dying because you're actually wanting to protect these people, or are you dying because now you can finally die and have that kind of heroic final moment? So it's an interesting thing to think about as far as that goes. Other than that, yeah, with the whole reveal of Reiner and Bertold being a Titans, I don't know where this is going to go. Eren is going to transform. Oh, Mikasa. Mikasa, of course, was a badass here, where she, as soon as she overheard this conversation, she, like, cut off fucking Reiner's arm and then sliced at Bertold. Also, she's got this down. Eren's sitting there like, oh, whoa, this is weird. Why are you telling me this? And then Mikasa's just like, bam, being the badass that she is. So that was great. I love seeing that. And I wonder what she's going to do in this situation, because if they're transformed and then Eren's going to transform to fight them, is Mikasa going to help him? Is that going to be kind of like a cool, like, team up, where, like, Eren maybe, like, throwing Mikasa at the back of the neck of one Titan or something? I don't know. I feel like there's some interesting strategical moves you could do there. Anyways, guys, so that's my review of Attack on Titan Volume 10. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment down below on your thoughts without too many spoilers. And you know, subscribe to the channel if you want to stick around and see more reviews. Other than that, I'm excited to get to the next volume because I don't know where it's going to go from here. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you in the next video.